Welcome to Whip and Go. I'm your host, Jay, and today we're taking out Hubert Eaves IV's latest single, Let's Get Serious. For those that do not know, Hubert Eaves IV is the son of, you guessed it, Hubert Eaves III. Now let's get into those verses. There's a lot of unison playing on verse 1. It's basically all unison playing between H4. There's a sax, I think there's a trombone, and possibly a trumpet in there. There's definitely a sax as well. So it's really groovy. After your first couple of listens, it gets a little repetitive because there's really no variety. It's just unison throughout the entire verse. But like I said, on the first couple of playthroughs, it's dope. And I also like how it starts off with this cool intro that's really smooth. And there's this string pad in the background that's very faint, but it makes it so smooth. And then it just drops you off into the groove. Verse 2, it's hard to really determine where verse 2 begins. I don't necessarily know if there's a verse 2 that comes out of the hook and it goes into a breakdown, and it just has some fun stuff that happens after that. But we'll get to that later. Now let's get to the hook. The hook on Let's Get Serious is extremely fun. It gets funky, really groovy, and the vocals on it where the singer is saying let's get serious is really dope. It works very well with the backing arrangement, and it really takes this song to new heights. It's kind of like the part that was missing during the first verse. It felt like it was that one part that really brought it all together and made it just a wonderful track to listen to. And I really like H4's style so far, where he really lets everybody get light. He doesn't really try to hog up all the space within the track to let you know, hey guys, I'm on the bass. He sits back, he does his thing, he comes in, does some licks here and there, and then he goes back and just does what he does best. So overall, I really love the hook. It's a bright spot on the track. Now let's talk about the breakdowns in this song. There's some breakdowns in Let's Get Serious that are awesome, and I believe H4 is doing some vocals on some of these breakdowns. There's one particular breakdown where there's some string stabs that are going on, and it's really it's oral pleasure, for a lack of a better phrase. I'm on a windy road right now, so my vocabulary may be limited, but it's really awesome. It's just these string stabs that's going on, and H4 is like, let's get serious. I think what he's saying during that portion. That part is awesome. I really love the breakdowns on the track. After the first hook, the song really just does its own thing. It doesn't really follow any typical pop type song formulas or structures. It really gets really jazzy in that it does what it wants to do when it wants to do. And overall, I really appreciate that about Let's Get Serious. Moving on to my parting thoughts. This is a great follow-up to Incubated Funk, Dot Dee Da, and his other singles. But what I really would like to see is, I'm looking at you in the eyes, H4. Let's get serious about an album, okay?
Let's get serious about an album, okay?
H4 is really showing that he got the chops to make a really great album. I'm excited, and what I really like about H4 and Let's Get Serious and all his other singles is that, they'll try to put him in a smooth jazz genre, most likely, but he's very funky. His music is like a smooth funk, and he gives something for everybody. Smooth jazz fans can listen to him if they want something upbeat, and then funk fans can listen to him if they want something that's smooth. And so overall, I really like Let's Get Serious, and I'm going to give it 4 out of 6 zeros. It gets a 4 because the first verse is a little repetitive. I've listened to the song about 45. No, I probably listened to it about 60 times, to be honest. And the first verse really doesn't hold up as well as the rest of the track. And with that, I'm your host, Jay, signing off. Thank you for watching Whip Appeal, and stay tuned for our next review.